Hello,
Hello,
I'm Caitlin Powell,
I'm Kate Butch.
and this is Queers Gone By, the show where we talk about nostalgic film, TV experiences, take a little trip down memory lane, and ask if that's what made us queer.
Oh, and today we've got quite the programme that we are talking about.
We do.
It's I'm quite excited about it.
We do.
But first, shall we have our nostalgic beverage today?
Beverage.
It's a beverage. It's in a green bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It's pineapple and grapefruit flavoured. I have no idea what else to say about
That's
this
a
drink.
queer icon of a flavour.
It is. Oh,
Jazzy.
She's fruity.
Fruity and jazzy.
Rooty tooty, fresh and fruity. I haven't had this for ages. I don't think I had it a few times. This was a special treat back in childhood.
I've definitely drunk it more as an adult, but it feels nostalgic still.
I don't think I've had this since I was maybe about 12.
Really?
No.
Wow. Someone once gave me 20 quid and said, buy yourself a drink, and I got a lilt.
It's a lilt.
It's a lilt.
It's a lilt.
I realised I was going to reveal it.
How much lilt can you get for 20 quid?
Too much.
This, oh my god. I searched high and low for this lilt. None of the supermarkets around Leicester Square,
where she works.
where I do work, the bustling
Clang.
heart of London, arguably. None of the supermarkets around there. And then I was like, well, I know where I'll have it. Some dodgy corner shop in Streatham. And I was wrong. The first one I went to did not.
That's
That was the one that's actually on the corner didn't have it.
Oh.
But the one that's on the road had it.
We did walk past one that was like literally from the early 2000s.
It's great. I've got this and I've got some future nostalgic snacks that will be making an appearance in coming weeks.
I'm very excited for those. I can see them right now.
But for now, it's a big bottle of lilt.
It's massive.
Should I have got cans?
I was going to say, I thought you'd get cans.
I thought it would be more cost effective to get a bottle.
That's true.
Because a can was 65. And
I'm
this
still on the Ribena from Tracy Beaker weeks ago.
just buzzing.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to crack it open. Hopefully they'll hear it on the ASMR.
ASMR. Screams and it goes everywhere.
Oh. ASMR. Pass us your glass. I'll give you a hearty
A
dosage.
snifter.
A wee dram.
Oh.
It's not the colour I remember.
What do you remember?
I remember it being brighter. This is a bit more pithy.
It looks like lemon
Pithy,
Fanta.
not pissy. But
It's a
if the shoe
pissy drink.
fits, if the piss fits, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Let's have some. Oh.
I'm always a bit disappointed by it. I don't know why I keep buying it.
Why are all the nostalgic snacks so disappointing?
It's basically lemonade, isn't it?
This is kind of like Lemonade and Orangina had a baby.
Yeah.
I remember it being sharper. Well, like we were saying last week, are our taste buds now just more adult and grown up?
Well, earlier, I don't mind telling you, I had a pineapple aloe vera drink.
That sounds appalling.
It was horrible, but you know.
Why did you... Bet it cost you like £5, didn't it?
It's very chunky. No, it cost me £1.20.
From where?
Vending machine at uni.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is lemonade.
She goes to a fancy uni, everybody.
In Fitzrovia.
Oh, hello. Bonjour, la classe. Speaking of la classe.
Où est la piscine?
It's in this bloody drink. Well, talking of la classe, should we talk about what we just watched?
Educational icon.
Well, cast your minds back, listeners. You're in year 2. You're sitting on the floor, and your teacher, Mrs. Robinson, I don't know.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. She wasn't my teacher. She was the mean one that I asked not to have.
Wow. I did that too. That's such a queer move.
No, not you. Goodbye. We had...
I'm being attacked by my maths teacher because I can't add.
Because I'm gay. So she wheels in on a wheelie stand a television the size of a small child.
We had a tiny one, but...
Do you have a flat screen? Are you fancy like that?
No, we had
In the
like a
Midlands?
small... All right, posh northern. You had a massive one. We had like a tiny little...
No, I mean, it was like... The screen was like average size, but the back end of it...
Yes! Oh my god,
Yeah.
a chunky boy.
Oh lordy, come in.
Oh lord.
That's what you say when
Yeah.
she wheels it in.
Absolutely.
And you're thinking, oh, what are we going to be watching today? Are we going to watch Mr. Magpie? Did you ever watch that?
No.
He was in like a house, and there was a magpie. And he did some crafts.
He was called Mr. Magpie,
I think
but
he was called Mr. Magpie.
he was not a magpie.
No.
He had a magpie.
He had a hat.
That's not a magpie.
There was also a magpie as well. I mean, good crafts. Is it the other video, which is... it's... Okay. It's like an animated one, and it's about an ark. I think it's like Noah's Ark, but it's numbers.
Oh, I know what you mean.
What's it called?
I couldn't tell you. Sorry.
Listeners, if you remember it, it's about maths, and they're on a boat, and there's animals. If you can remember it, please do let us know. And we used to have like activity sheets that came with it, and you would learn maths with it. Yes. But it's not either of those things.
It's better.
It's better.
If possible.
We're with Floppy, Kipper, Biff and Chip.
And Anina.
Wilf and Wilma and their friends.
Okay.
We'll solve the mystery. Join an adventure. Having fun with... The magic key. It's the magic key. Oh my god. I had forgotten about this until recently.
For listeners, I just stared at Kate with blank shock.
And I was like, the magic key. The magic key. We have to do it. We have to do it. It's great. It's amazing. It's those books that we used to read. And then they also made a TV show. It had a banging theme tune. Mm-hmm. And the key starts to glow.
It's not really Tracy Beaker or Mona the Vampire, though, is it?
Well, not with that negative attitude.
Yeah, I don't know. I have horrible associations with this TV show because I used to have to go into a nursery and help idiot children learn how to read with this book.
I remember learning to read with this book.
Yeah, were you the idiot children?
No, here's the tea. I remember the first one I read, which is really weird because I was like 4. Mm-hmm. But I distinctly remember it's one where they go to the library.
Right.
And then went through all the whole Oxford reading scheme. Mm-hmm. There's a tree, Oxford reading tree, or something. And I was the first person in my class to finish the whole thing. I progressed to the purple ones. The last one was about a chimney sweep.
Oh my god, I remember this.
And they had different colours, different levels.
Yes.
By a mile, I was the first person to finish it. And look at me now.
Look at you now.
They can't, it's audio.
Well, I am.
For the better, really.
I am, and I'm not impressed.
Sipping lilted Streatham. Some people are slipping lilt elsewhere. Some people are sipping lilt in Croydon.
You say we're doing all right?
We're doing better than people who are sipping lilt in Croydon.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah, we're fine. We're doing fine.
Doing pretty good.
So we watched The Magic Key.
Yes.
If you didn't learn to read through The Magic Key, or
what you're playing at.
What you're playing at? What happened to you? Basically, it's about there's a family of 3 children. Mm-hmm. Kipper, Biff, and Chip.
Yeah.
They've got
Stupid
very
names.
cruel parents.
Yeah.
Biff. I
Kipper,
remember there was one
that's a fish.
There's one episode of This Magic Key that I remember me and my sister quoted to each other all the time. It's just someone goes, General Biff! Because she becomes in the army or something.
Oh, Biff is the girl.
Biff's the girl.
Oh, she's going to be a lesbian.
She had a lesbian haircut.
Is it the bowl cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like to profile anyone, but...
Also, she's got a bossy attitude.
Yeah.
Not
and
as
she's
bad
called Biff.
Yeah, not as bad as Anina, Jesus Christ. We'll get to it.
We'll get to Anina. Oh, but yeah, Biff is there. I think Kipper's got twinklings of a homosexual.
Okay.
He's got a teddy.
Well, give it back!
He's got a teddy, and he's too old for that.
Yeah. They're all too old for this.
They're all too old for that.
Yeah.
Chip's milky toast.
He is milky toast.
Hashtag milky toast, get it trending.
Milky toast.
And then they've got their friends Wilf and Wilma, and Anina and Nadeem, who doesn't feature in this episode. Okay. Oh, we didn't mention, before the show started, were we watching it on YouTube?
Oh my god, this was nostalgia!
We had a lovely nostalgia trip.
Oh.
You know the BBC Two idents? Is that what they're called?
Is that what they're called?
In between shows, and there's that one of a fluffy one that leaps and
yes, but
flops
this
over.
one was this is the car window one.
Yes, the roof of the... Is it the roof of the car? Shaped like a 2.
Yes.
And it's just... coming out. It's a great time. And it was like, and now it's the educational section of the BBC. Yes. And I was like, I remember this.
Yes, it was so good.
I remember the educational TV show. When you were sick from school.
Yes.
And they just show educational programs.
I just watched Robot Wars.
Wow. I was not allowed.
And that's what made us queer.
I don't think I've ever seen Robot Wars.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's...
It was machinery.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not for me.
I'm a bisexual.
You'll get your hands dirty. On a cog. A cog. And also. But yeah, still, magic key. The conceit of this is there's the friends, the family of the friends, and the dog called Floppy. Floppy the dog.
Yes. Better than Flopsy, as we discussed.
Oh, yes. Hand in hand, Flopsy and Floppy.
Yeah.
And whenever Floppy thinks of a question, the key glows. And they get transported through a portal. I think so.
Right.
I remember there being a lot of books that didn't feature magic.
Right, okay.
And it was always really exciting when there was magic. Sometimes they were mundane, like literally going to the library.
Yeah. I have a question, which is, these kids have come across a magic key. Why did they put it on a dog? What happens if the dog's alone? And it just gets transported to, I don't know, the Jurassic era.
And they have to solve the mystery. They have to answer the question.
The dog is fuck all use.
The dog is trash.
Yeah.
I love it. He's cute. He's a cute dog. And he's got a nice voice in his thinking head.
Yes. And he teaches us how to say sentences.
He does. The episode starts with it's probably the most heavy-handed educational TV show we've seen so far.
Boy, howdy.
So it's like, have you ever thought about a sentence? It's how the words are all stitched together like a patchwork.
And then one of the kids has a patchwork. It's very on the nose.
Side note, I've literally started making a quilt.
Of course you have. Fucking hell.
Fucking love a craft, and winter's coming on.
Can you make me a jumper?
No.
Oh.
You can make yourself a jumper. I'll teach you how to knit.
I do mechanics. I don't do...
Oh, sorry, I'm the knitting.
Yeah, you're the knitter.
In the relationship, which one of you is...
Top or bottom? Knitter or mechanic?
We've solved it.
The two genders.
Who wears the overalls? And who's knitted them?
Knitted overalls.
Camp.
Luciniac, hello. I shouldn't name a brand.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, they make the ugliest overalls that people are pretending are fashionable. If you've got... I just...
Lucy and Yak.
Yeah.
Who's Lucy? How
She's
does she know the Yak?
They're just really... You will have
just
seen...
good friends.
There's a rainbow one, which people are like, oh, I'm quirky. It's like, no, you're wearing ugly clothes.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's a fashion podcast now.
This always gets... I always take it on an angle. I always create some tension.
That's good. We like attention. That's how narratives work.
Especially with an educational kids programme.
Speaking of narratives.
Yeah.
They have a chat about, the patchwork is here. We put the sentences together wrong, lol. All these words are flying around. We put them together wrong. And she's like, I'm making a cushion for my mum. It's a cat. And it's also massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's like a blanket.
Yeah.
It's a quilt. A quilt. I can't do it like that.
A quilt.
Quilt. Lilt for a quilt.
Lilt.
I knew there was a connection, however tenuous. Yeah, and then she's making the quilt.
The words.
Oh, they put the words together. They make some sentences. She's stitched together her cushion cover.
The dog teaches us.
Oh, the dog's like
I can chase my tail. I can bark. I can sniff. Now I've been in a library, finished my dissertation, and let me tell you, stop sniffing. Sorry.
Has it driven you mad, has it?
It has. People keep coming up next to me and sniffing, and I keep giving them looks.
I know your looks.
Yeah.
Your looks are withering.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And they just look at me like, oh, you're right. And I'm like, no.
Get out.
I'll slap you.
I'll take a leaf out of Justine Littlewood's book.
So yeah, she's got a shit cushion cover.
She's got a shit cushion. She's like, what does this look like? And she shows us. And it's not really a patchwork quilt, is it?
No.
She's got basically 9 squares.
That make up very clearly a cat.
A cat. It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
She's put them in completely the wrong order. It's clearly a fucking cat.
She's like, have I done it right? And like the cat's tail's coming out of its fucking mouth.
Yeah.
It's got ears on its arsehole. And they're like, Anina, no. No, Anina, you have not.
Anina, you done fucked it.
Anina, get yourself together. Wind your naked, Anina. And then Floppy asks a question, but I can't remember what the question was. He's like,
something about sentences or...
Oh, he's like, how can we put this all together? And then the key starts glowing. The key starts to glow. And then
he's like, oh, why do I get myself into these messes? And it's like,
stop thinking about questions.
Yeah, also, you're a dog with a key. This isn't really on you. You know? You're a dog with a key.
Is it any question
I didn't realise that was the prompt.
I think that's the prompt. But he's like, what am I having for my tea?
Oh.
Or like, why can I smell shit? Because I'm a dog and I've got my nose in my
some
anus.
shit. Oh.
Floppy's. Floppy's a different kind of queer icon.
Oh my god.
Not so floppy indeed.
Oh my god.
We've reached the pup play segment of the podcast.
Oh my word.
Bless him. And then they go on a vortex. Anina, Chip and Floppy.
Yeah. The dream team.
The dream team. And they're in this land that's made of a patchwork quilt.
Yes. And then there are some northern pins.
Angry northern pins.
Yeah.
I wrote the question
Who
down.
are complaining.
They're so angry.
Yeah.
And they're all inexplicably Alan Bennett.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no.
My husband's stuck in a skyscraper.
That's my husband up there in that skyscraper. It's this bloody patchworker. She's been dicking about. She's put everything together wrong. And we're little pins. And the women have skirts and the men have shorts.
I didn't notice.
I noticed that.
Why are you gendering pins?
They're goddamn pins.
Yeah.
And I know that she had a husband, that one pin.
We can all have husbands.
I think she's a queer icon. I would posit. Queer icon, angry northern pin lady. That's my husband up there. I'm sick to death of it. Bastards. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with her.
Angry northern pin.
Angry northern pin lady.
Queer icon.
And yeah, so basically he's at the top of the skyscraper because the patchworker who runs this land
Yes.
has fucked it.
Yeah. Now she. Oh, so first of all, Chip,
Sure.
the boy, gets kidnapped by some other pins.
Oh, yes. Oh, no, some needles.
Oh, needles.
Pins and needles. What pins? Have you seen that?
No.
It's a weird man on the internet who does acoustic dubstep. It's just his mouth.
About the magic key?
Oh, no, just about pins and needles.
Oh, right.
It's like, this is my new song, Pins and Needles.
I see.
Oh, shit, my mum's home. Got to turn the oven on. That's my job. It's a great time. Pins and needles. And yeah, the needles are the guards.
Yes.
And they capture Chip.
Yeah.
Or whatever his name is. The boy.
Yeah. And they take him to the patchworker, who is a Scottish Tory.
But she's camp. She does the wh. She makes a wh sound
Does she?
when she says a wh.
I love that.
She's great, and she's like.
Well, I was going to
Edinburgh.
say, yeah, but she's like, everything has to be in order. Everything
Everything has to be in order. Who are you? Why are you here?
She hates the gays.
But she's camp.
Or maybe she's a fun Scottish Tory.
I think she could,
Like-
like Ruth Davidson.
Yeah.
Is that her name?
I mean, doesn't she vote for austerity? But, you know, she's
She's
gay.
also a lesbian.
Yeah.
We
stand. No choice but to stand.
We have a choice.
yeah.
I've chosen not to.
I'm not going to vote for it.
that's on you.
I don't live in Scotland, so, you know.
Fair enough. Caitlin is a Tory.
Wait, I'm not saying if I
Who
moved to
hates women.
Scotland... I'm not saying if I moved to Scotland, I would vote for her. I'm just saying there's no choice, so I'm going to stand from afar and not particularly enthusiastically.
Fair.
Like Miley Cyrus.
I'd vote for Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
For anything, really.
She had a rant on Twitter. Sorry, that'll date this podcast. Or will it? Who knows? Maybe she has another one in the meantime.
Bless her. But the patchworker, she's a patchwork doll, basically.
Yeah.
She's huge.
Yeah.
She's bigger than the children.
Yeah.
But the pins are kind of like knee height.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of a bit off. But that's fine.
That's fun.
But she's a Scottish lady.
Yeah.
And she's put the kingdom together. But she's done fucked it.
Yeah.
Because
But she's not denying any... she's not accepting any responsibility or admitting anything's wrong, so she's basically a Leave voting MP.
Fair.
She's done fucked it, and she's like, it's fine, stop being so negative.
Stop being angry northern pins. This TV show, Prophecy.
Allegory. Sorry, I just whispered allegory really aggressive. Allegory.
ASMR. The A in ASMR stands for allegory.
Yes.
And the M stands for magic key.
Oh. Yeah, everything's upside down. The road's full of fish. Stop being so negative.
Why is the waterfall's going up? But that's not to do with me. There's an upside down skyscraper, but that's not because I done fucked it. There's basically, she's got a map that represents the whole kingdom.
Yes.
And she's sewn it together in the same way that Anina has.
Yes.
All fuckety.
Yeah. Yeah, although it's not 3D, is it? So how is the skyscraper upside down?
I'm not really sure.
No.
It doesn't really explain.
I've got a bit
logics.
tired and I'm a bit annoyed now. But no, right. Wake up, have some more lilt.
Johnson, we're going to have a quick lilt break.
Do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do.
ASMR.
We're cutting this bit out.
No! Give them what they want.
They don't
lilt
want
ASMR.
to hear the lilt being poured.
They do.
What's the calories in a lilt?
God, don't tell me.
84? No, 20 calories per 100 millilitres.
How much is that?
It's not a lot. But that's fine.
That's a banana. Isn't a banana like 60?
I don't like bananas. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Oi,
oi.
And I don't like baked beans. Fun
We
fact,
discussed this.
when I was in primary school, same age as I was watching this, me and my friend Rhiannon, we hated bananas so much, we made a magazine about it and gave it to our friends.
That's so queer.
It was. And we also gave away Scooby strings with the magazine. Do you remember Scooby strings?
Oh my god, I loved Scooby strings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. The precursor to a loom band.
Where did they come from?
Where did they go?
Where did they come from?
Cotton Eye. Scooby strings. I don't know.
Like, they just appeared in my life.
Some like new girl in our school brought them from out of town, I think.
But did she just give them out? Was she a saleswoman? Was it a pyramid scheme?
Is it Avon Lady?
Like, because I don't remember buying them. Or going into, like, the post office. I don't know.
I know,
like,
I do remember getting the strings from, like,
where would you get them?
Partners, the stationers.
Oh, I thought you meant partners in the business.
In my pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
No, it's the precursor to Ryman's. Do you remember Partners?
Okay.
And I'm getting them from there.
I just
And
remember
making
having
them
a lot of
and
Scooby
doing
strings.
Did you ever make them, or did you just get them from people?
I think I made them.
I made a box out of Scooby strings.
That's too much.
I think Rhiannon showed me how to do that. Shout out to Rhiannon.
Shout out to Rhiannon.
Congrats.
Find something better to do.
We were 8. I don't think she still does. If you still do them, Rhiannon, honestly,
Please let us know. I would love that.
Start a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Because I would subscribe.
And kids are stupid. They'll buy anything.
Even people our age are stupid, because we'll go for the nostalgia.
I would buy Scooby strings.
I'm not suggesting that people who listen to this podcast are stupid, because they just want to relive their nostalgia
They're just
days.
lazy queers.
Lazy quiz.
Lazy quiz.
Hashtag lazy quiz.
Hashtag lazy queers. Love Scooby strings.
Bring back Scooby strings. Where were we? The patchworker.
Yeah. And then they very calmly explain, this is why I don't think she can be a middle-aged Scottish Tory, because they very calmly explain to her how she's gone wrong, and she goes, oh, okay.
Just choked on my lilt.
Like,
Correct.
She just moves on. And then she gets her soldier boy to...
Major Dana.
Major Dana.
He's giving me a Major Dana. His voice...
It's very sexy for a
it's
northern pin.
It's like a melted chocolate.
Yeah.
Mmm.
He's the only
Very
person
deep and
with, like,
rich.
a human man voice.
Like, hey, I'll sort it out for you. I'm like, yes, take me in your darning pin arms.
Oh my god.
You needle man. Sexy, sexy needle man.
Oh, pointy boy.
He would treat you right, but he'd also treat you real bad.
Are you into that?
Yeah.
Into pins?
Acupuncture. And he's really fit. And then they restitch the thing, and the key glows, and they go back in their portal.
Yeah.
And they go back to that.
And then they really milk this ending.
I wrote down, it's over, why am I learning? Because they're still not done teaching us about sentences.
Anina makes them do a fucking word game.
Anina's a prick.
Anina is a prick.
And she's not just a prick, she's a stupid prick.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't stitch together a cat. She's, 11? I'd say. And she can't follow a picture on a box of a cat.
No.
She's not even got to think for herself in this quilt.
And she's
in this quilt that
them.
I'm making, I've got to cut out the pieces, stitch them together, put the batting in it.
Kate, you're a talented seamstress.
Well, we haven't seen that yet because I haven't yet made a quilt.
We are looking at 2 dresses right next to us.
True,
that you have made.
I think that's really, I'm just blushing. Oh, thanks, hon. Anyway, Anina's shit. and she can get in the sea. And then they do a word game. And
several.
She throws out some words, and they're like, this doesn't make a sentence. And she's like, you have to rearrange them. We work that out. A sentence starts with a capital letter.
Do you remember getting to a point when you were learning to read when everyone else was just like dumb as shit?
Yeah, I was the first person to finish my reading scheme.
And it was just like, just put the words together and move on.
Oh, and it's going to sound really bad and elitist, but when you were reading a book as a class, aforementioned Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim.
The slow reader.
They'd always pick the slow reader. I remember in year 9, we were doing Macbeth.
In year 9? Oh, right, okay. Fine.
And who is the obvious choice to play Macbeth? The one that's done youth theatre since they were 4?
Sarah down the road?
Or some prick who's got Pritt stick in their hair in year 9.
No! Oh. Was he eating wood?
Yes. I was, Witch 3? And I was like...
And I bet you loved, you really went for it.
Oh, I was fucking great.
Yeah.
I smashed it. Mm-hmm. But this is just reading it.
What does Witch 3 say? Bubble occasionally.
Yes.
Okay.
By the pricking of my thumbs. Major Dana this way comes. Because pricking. Because he's a
and also
needle.
Penises.
Also prick.
Prick.
Prick stick. That's how I glue shit together.
That's my new insult for twat. Yeah, prick stick.
I like that.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and I was always relegated in the reading to reading the shortest paragraph.
Oh.
Which is fair because I always had to flick back because I was about 10 pages ahead of everyone. I was such a precocious child.
Oh, same.
But again, look at me, I'm sipping Lilton Streatham.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the library? Did you ever go to the library? Have you ever been to a library?
Yes.
Fun. Did you ever go to a library as a child?
Yes.
In the summer holidays?
Yeah.
I remember that we used to go all the time. Because I fucking loved reading. I haven't read a book in about 2 years.
Yeah, me neither. I mean,
but
going to uni, fucking...
devour books.
Oh, I'm so exhausted by reading at the moment. I can't wait to just sit and read a book so I enjoy it.
That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't done in ages, but...
I've kind of actually gone back to read some books that I read as a child.
Ah, cute.
Percy Jackson.
Great.
Did you ever read The Sisters Grimm?
No, but it sounds like I'd love it.
It's a great time. And they live... It's basically, the show Once Upon a Time?
Yes.
It was a precursor to that, and it's basically about that.
I want to reread the His Dark Materials series, because I read the third one when I was too young, and it was about God and death, and I had no idea what was happening.
I had the Wii game.
Oh my God. This has got off track.
But it's about reading. We were at the library. We're at the library in the summer holidays. Did you ever do the reading scheme where they gave you stickers for reading books, and you could collect all the stickers? No. And then at the end, there was prize giving. It was camp.
I don't think Worcester had that.
Okay. Well, Derbyshire County Council excelled in one thing. That was the children's education system. Yeah. I was on the library young people's committee.
Oh, you prick.
I'm such a prick. And we made a little special segment of the library, by which I mean we got a coffee machine and an alcove.
Wait, what year 9 person was drinking coffee?
It's a hard life in Buxton. We've got to do something to numb the pain.
Oh.
All we have to drink is water, mineral water. Fun fact, Buxton water is not bottled in Buxton. Conspiracy theory. Back to Magic Key.
Went on quite a little journey there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We only watched one episode, that's all we could bear. We've got to pad this out somehow. And then they do the sentences, and they're like, we've done the sentence. What's the last sentence going to be? End this, the is. Mm-hmm. Let's match it up. What's it going to be? So this is the end.
This is the end.
And they smile, and it ends.
Yeah.
And we're like, cool.
Maybe this isn't for us.
Perhaps.
23-year-olds in Streatham. Yeah, maybe this isn't for us.
We know about sentences.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I don't know about: numbers and animals on boats.
You say we need to review.
Is it called number arc?
I was about to say number arc. Maybe.
Number crew! It's the number crew!
Okay.
The number crew needs you. We're going to do that in a future episode. We're going to learn about maths.
I thought you were going to dab then.
No, I wouldn't dab. There's only you to see it. If a queen dabs in a forest, there's no one around to see it.
They're Kate Butch.
Fair. Yeah. So we might do some more things about learning.
Yeah. This was fun.
Even though we learnt all we needed to know.
Yeah.
Which
is that Anina's a prick.
We haven't even answered the question. Did it make us queer? No. It made us
annoyed.
Educated.
Oh, sure.
It made us learn how to read, and we could read about being queer.
Is it camp?
The pins are camp.
Oh, the pins are camp.
And I will pursue that notion.
Oh, I thought you were going to pursue the soldier.
Oh, well, I would, if he was here. I've got some pins and needles lying around, actually. This has been a really me episode.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm just here for a ride.
I love me.
Yeah.
You should take up needle crafts.
No.
Cross stitch?
I'm not the
crochet.
I'm not the wholesome friend.
Oh, okay. You're the mechanic.
There are 2 types of lesbians. Fashion lesbians and practical lesbians.
Which one are you?
Fashion lesbian. Wait, I'm not lesbian. A fashion bisexual.
Okay.
Well, when it gets to bisexual, it gets a bit more complicated.
Okay, the chain on my bike is gone. Can you help me put
No,
it
because
back?
I'm a fashion.
Oh, no. Oh.
Practical is the sort of lesbian who bakes and does pottery.
I'm the practical lesbian.
Yeah, you are. I'm the fashion.
Do you remember when I made soap for a time?
I remember when you made cheese.
That was bad. I've got some soap in the house that I've made. You can have some.
Oh,
it's rainbow coloured and it smells like Earl Grey.
But you got me a jumper. Okay.
No, because I've already made the soap. Right, we're going to fall out after this. So I think we better end it. Jesus. If you want to subscribe to this, there may not be any more episodes. Because for some reason, knitting a jumper for someone, which takes months when you have a full-time job and also a drag job.
We're drinking lilt.
I'm
about
drunk on lilt.
talking about the magic key.
All the secrets come out when you drink lilt.
You've got time. You're clearly not that busy.
I am not flourishing. Anyway, subscribe to this. Maybe don't rate this one. Don't rate and review.
It's been a fun time.
If you're going to give it 5 stars and say this is the best thing you ever heard, do rate and review.
But also, what's wrong with you?
If you're not going to give it 5 stars, then bog off, Elaine.
Bog off, Elaine.
I've been Kate Butch. I'm at Kate Butch1 on all social media.
And I'm...
Just search Caitlin Powell. Just search Caitlin Powell on Twitter. She'll come up. Or go via my social media because I'll tag her in things.
Yes. Caitlin Poole, PWLL.
And Powell on Instagram.
Caitlin R. Powell
Don't know
on
why
Instagram.
we bother anymore. At Kate Butch1. Let's go. Let's cheers this lilt.
Cheers to that.
See you next week for another Throwback Thursday. See you then. Cheers to lilt.
Cheers to lilt.